There are many regions on our planet where life constantly faces harsh challenges and a struggle for survival. These places often present real tests for humans, where each day is a battle with nature, with its relentless power and uninviting, sometimes even deadly atmosphere. However, among such zones, there is one particularly mysterious and remote point, a place that has remained inaccessible for human settlements for a long time, precisely because of its extreme conditions. This is the icy continent located at the south pole of our planet, where record low temperatures and winds capable of momentarily taking the lives of anyone daring to venture here reign. In this narrative, we will embark on an exciting journey to one of the most mysterious and unusual corners of the Earth, the vast Antarctic ice, which despite its impressive size was explored by humanity only many years after the discovery of our planet Uranus. This new story is dedicated specifically to Antarctica, a place that can rightfully be called one of the most inhospitable, yet at the same time incredibly beautiful and enigmatic parts of our planet. This continent is unique in its nature and status, as it is the only one on Earth not belonging to any country. Unlike most continents, Antarctica has no permanent population, aside from scientific stations located at specific points, and even these temporary settlements cannot boast of permanent inhabitants. This gigantic icy mass covers an area comparable to the size of South America and contains about 90% of all the freshwater ice on our planet, making it a repository of global natural resources. Due to its extreme conditions, such as incredibly low temperatures, sometimes dropping below 90 degrees Celsius, and fierce winds capable of reaching speeds exceeding 320 kilometers per hour, roughly the speed of a Formula One racing car, Antarctica remains almost uninhabited. There is only one village here, as well as several scientific bases where specialists and researchers are forced to share small living spaces, forget about comfort, and minimize personal hygiene, often taking showers in less than a minute and lacking the opportunity for proper rest. In this story, we will not only learn about the features of life in such harsh conditions, but also uncover the most astonishing and captivating secrets of this little-studied corner of the Earth. Despite its isolation and seeming lifelessness, Antarctica is full of amazing natural phenomena and mysteries. Here one can observe blood-red waterfalls that seem to bleed against the backdrop of pristine icy expanses, as well as icy boulders that produce strange sounds reminiscent of singing, a fascinating phenomenon that has long attracted scientists and travelers from around the world. Hidden beneath the icy depths of this continent are not only natural wonders, but also sea monsters and enormous icebergs, whose sizes surpass those of large cities. The region's area is comparable to South America and contains about 90% of all the freshwater ice on the planet. In these icy expanses, there is only a small village and several scientific camps, where residents are forced to share sleeping quarters and limit personal space, as comfort and privacy take a back seat to the needs of scientific research and survival. In this story, we will focus in detail on the lives of people who have chosen a path of scientific exploration in the southernmost part of the planet. We will learn how they cope with the harsh conditions, what difficulties await them amid constant frosts and raging winds. We will also try to understand why, despite its size and abundance of natural resources, Antarctica remains one of the least populated places on Earth. Probably the key lies in its extremity: fierce winds capable of surpassing any storm in strength, and an ice cover that never... This indicates that the wind blowing in these regions possesses such immense power that it can lift even the most experienced mountaineers into the air, as well as shift large blocks of snow and ice, creating genuine natural whirlwinds. Additionally, any airflow reaching Antarctica quickly cools and spreads across its surface, sometimes so intensely that it can freeze everything in its path. All of this is due to the fact that this continent, the seventh largest on the planet, covers an impressive area exceeding 14 million square kilometers and is almost entirely covered by a thick layer of ice. Antarctica is considered a continent in its own right because it exhibits all the features characteristic of a large landmass. It has its own geological structure, composed of rock formations and solid ground, is bounded and separated from other continents by ocean waters, and boasts a unique ecosystem. This system of living organisms contains immense biodiversity, which you will learn about further, as well as many species adapted to the harsh conditions. Powerful winds moving across the terrain and the extreme climate make natural phenomena, such as strong gales and storms, extremely dangerous to human life and health. Therefore, most scientists, explorers, and adventurers prefer to visit this icy continent only during the short summer season when weather conditions allow expeditions. Despite its inhospitable nature, isolation, and danger, this frozen land attracts thousands of people each year, scientists, researchers, and thrill seekers, due to its uniqueness, mystery, and importance for scientific research. Part 3 of 17. The history of the discovery of this vast region is filled with risky and complex expeditions undertaken as early as the 15th and 16th centuries. At that time, brave sailors such as James Cook and Henrik Bull set out into the southern seas, facing the elements, icy waters, and dangerous conditions. During these expeditions, the existence of a mysterious land beyond the South Pole was observed and documented for the first time. Antarctica, a name derived from its opposite, the Arctic, which is a region covered with ice and surrounded by turbulent waters. James Cook, a British captain and explorer, was one of the first to venture south in search of new lands. In 1773, he crossed the Antarctic Circle near the Ross Sea and approached the shores of this continent during his voyages. Although he did not see the continent itself directly, his observations of icebergs and signs of land in the distance indicated the presence of this enigmatic region beyond the horizon. Over 100 years later, in 1895, a Norwegian whaling expedition led by Henrik Bull made the first confirmed landing on the Antarctic coast. During this voyage, a small boat commanded by Bull landed at Cape Adare, marking an important milestone in the exploration and recognition of Antarctica as a separate and independent continent, distinct from the Arctic region. Later still, on December 21, 1911, Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen reached the South Pole, becoming the first person in history to do so. This achievement became one of the most significant moments in polar exploration and opened new horizons for studying this unique continent. Amundsen's feat not only confirmed humanity's ability to overcome the harshest natural conditions, but also revealed the true scale and features of the Antarctic world, demonstrating how this icy continent is both unique and vital for understanding our planet. Reaching the South Pole was one of the most momentous events in the history of human exploration, as it meant venturing into the southernmost point of Earth, located in the very heart of the Antarctic continent. It was not merely a geographical achievement, but a symbol of the final conquest of one of the last uninhabited and mysterious territories remaining on the map of the world. The path to this achievement was long and arduous, as the natural conditions in this region have always been characterized by their severity and unpredictability. Interestingly, long before the first step was taken onto the icy expanses of Antarctica, humanity was already aware of the existence of another distant world, the planet Uranus, which is located more than 4 billion kilometers from Earth. The discovery of this mysterious planet occurred well before the existence of Antarctica as an independent continent was confirmed. Uranus, known to the world since March 13, 1781, was first observed by the famous British astronomer William Herschel, who discovered a distant and mysterious planet in the night sky using his telescope. This event marked a significant milestone in astronomy, as it foreshadowed later research and confirmed that our solar system still contains unknown and astonishing objects. While Uranus opened new horizons in understanding the cosmos, humanity still faced serious difficulties in studying and exploring Earth, especially its parts hidden beneath eternal ice and snow cover. One such challenging and dangerous area was the Drake Passage, located between the southern tip of South America and the Antarctic Peninsula. This strait has always been shrouded in mystery and danger, as its waters are known for their extreme weather conditions. Strong winds, storms, and enormous waves create insurmountable obstacles for sailors, often forcing them to abandon attempts to cross this perilous stretch. Over the centuries, the Drake Passage has witnessed numerous shipwrecks related to its turbulent waters and unpredictable weather. But beyond these well-known natural dangers, for many years another, much more mysterious and terrifying secret was hidden in these waters. The majestic and terrifying giant waves, known as killer waves, are phenomena that until recently remained part of maritime legends and myths. These colossal waves, capable of reaching heights of dozens of meters, posed a deadly threat to any vessel caught in their path. Although many considered them mere legends, recent scientific studies have confirmed the existence of such giant waves in the Drake Passage, recording data obtained from oil platforms located in these waters. The discovery of killer waves became one of the new milestones in the study of this dangerous region, adding even more mystery and horror to its description. It is no wonder that sailors for centuries avoided these turbulent and hazardous waters, preferring to steer clear of them, which significantly limited opportunities for research and discovery in the Antarctic region. Legends about sea waves and disasters also intertwined with ancient myths about sea monsters dwelling in these depths. Among them are enormous marine creatures similar to those sometimes encountered in reality. For example, the colossal Antarctic squid, reaching 15 meters in length, is a true monster that evokes both fear and awe. There are also legends of even larger beings, which, according to tradition, may surpass in size any known species. These enormous cephalopods possess astonishing eyes, considered the largest among all living creatures on Earth, allowing them to navigate and hunt effectively in the dark depths of the extraordinarily rich waters. In addition to the famous and boundless squid, which holds a special place among the unique inhabitants of Antarctic waters, this continent is renowned for its diverse and unusual animal life. Beneath the ice and its thick layers, entire ecosystems are hidden, inhabited by giant worms, creatures reaching impressive sizes, as well as sea spiders with long, disproportionately extended legs capable of covering significant distances, and dragonfish characterized by their semi-transparent skin through which their internal organs and colorless blood are visible, giving them a mysterious and somewhat eerie appearance. Despite their unusual features, these species are well adapted to the extreme conditions prevailing in the depths of this icy continent. Antarctica is a unique continent from a faunal perspective, as it is home to species specially adapted to the harsh climate typical of the region. Among the most common animals, penguins, especially emperor penguins, hold a special place, having become a kind of living symbol of this remote and mysterious land. These birds, endowed with remarkable resilience, have learned to survive the coldest winters and long periods when the sun hardly rises above the horizon and temperatures drop to extreme levels. Their ability to endure such conditions is a source of admiration and a vivid example of nature's adaptive mechanisms, enabling these feathered creatures to thrive in the planet's harshest climate. The living conditions for many Antarctic animals are extremely extreme and require special adaptations. For instance, on Zavadovskogo Island, part of the South Sandwich Islands, high and steep cliffs create a complex and sometimes dangerous natural environment. In these conditions, penguins must make risky jumps from great heights to reach the water and begin their hunt for food. Although such behavior may seem extreme, it is vital for their survival, as the high coastlines and rocky cliffs serve as natural barriers between their breeding sites and the marine spaces where they search for sustenance. Despite all the difficulties, these birds demonstrate an incredible ability to adapt and survive in one of the most severe natural environments on Earth, showing unwavering resilience and ingenuity characteristic of Antarctic wildlife. Besides penguins, other marine mammals are also widespread on this continent, seals represented by several species. Among them, Weddell seals are particularly notable for their adaptation to cold waters, as well as crab-eater seals, which are distinguished by their exceptional endurance. Part 6 of 17. The fur seals leopards with their powerful bodies and sharp teeth are also quite fascinating, making them dangerous predators in the marine environment. In the sky above the Antarctic waters and land, numerous seabirds such as albatrosses and petrels constantly circle, playing an important role in the ecosystem's balance. The surrounding waters are home to a rich and diverse world of whales, including giant blue whales, the largest creatures to have ever inhabited the planet, as well as orcas, some of the most intelligent and efficient marine predators. Today, traveling to Antarctica has become significantly easier and more accessible than it was a few decades ago. This is due to advances in science, technological improvements, and the emergence of modern transportation, means such as specialized aircraft and ships designed to navigate these harsh conditions. Thanks to these achievements, many expeditions and research missions are now conducted more quickly and with less risk, contributing to a greater understanding and study of this mysterious continent. However, despite progress, the Drake Passage retains its reputation as a dangerous and challenging waterway, which many explorers and travelers still fear to cross. This strait connects the Southern Ocean with the Pacific Ocean. The height of this impressive ice mass is breathtaking and creates truly stunning landscapes that seem so incredible they are hard to take seriously, as if they were taken straight from a science fiction film or fantasy novel. These enormous, majestic ice mountains rising above the ocean create a unique scene, striking in their scale and beauty. For those fortunate enough to sail these distant seas aboard expedition vessels, the experience of observing giant icebergs at sea becomes an unforgettable moment that is difficult to put into words. All of this together transforms the Antarctic landscapes into something truly unique and unparalleled, making them some of the most breathtaking natural phenomena on the planet. An equally remarkable aspect is the region's extreme climate, which only enhances its uniqueness and mystery. The lowest temperature ever recorded on Earth's surface, according to the World Meteorological Organization, reached an astronomical minus 89.2 degrees Celsius. This record was set on July 21, 1983, at the Russian Vostok Station, located deep within the Antarctic continent. In recent years, thanks to advances in modern technology and satellite observation systems, scientists have discovered that in some parts of this mysterious continent, temperatures can be even more extreme, dropping below minus 93.2 degrees Celsius. This indicates that conditions in Antarctica may become even more severe than previously thought, making this continent one of the coldest and most inaccessible places on Earth. Although Antarctica is covered with a thick layer of ice rather than sand, many experts and researchers refer to it as the largest desert on the planet. This term may seem surprising, as deserts are usually associated with vast expanses of sand and stones. However, in scientific classification, a desert is defined not only by the predominance of sand, but also by regions with extremely low precipitation, extreme temperatures, and almost no plant life. In this sense, Antarctica fully meets these criteria, as its icy cover, limited amount of precipitation, and very modest biodiversity make it one of the harshest and most mysterious desert environments on Earth. Only a sparse flora and fauna have managed to adapt to the brutal conditions of this frozen continent, and their existence is a true miracle of survival in extreme conditions. Regarding world temperature records, in the Lut Desert, located in the hottest place on the planet, maximum temperatures can reach 77.1 degrees Celsius. In contrast, during winter in Antarctica, temperatures can drop significantly below zero, and sometimes the minimum temperatures on the continent fall below minus 90 degrees Celsius. Therefore, it can be said that this polar desert occupies a special place among natural anomalies, as about 98% of its area is covered with ice, and the climate here is considered extremely dry and harsh. Precipitation is very rare in these regions and is usually observed only during the summer months, when ice evaporation occurs and more moisture appears in the atmosphere. That is why most researchers and adventurers prefer to visit this inhospitable and cold continent during the summer months, when weather conditions become slightly less extreme. During this period, days are significantly longer, and although temperatures remain very low, they become more tolerable, allowing for outdoor research and expeditions with greater safety and comfort. Most scientific groups and expedition teams plan their trips during this time to maximize the benefits of more favorable conditions and reach the remote corners of this vast and mysterious icy continent, which is covered by an endless layer of ice and snow. It is a unique natural formation, simultaneously divided and managed by 12 different countries from around the world. Among them are Argentina, Australia, Belgium, Chile, France, Japan, the United States, Norway, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, Russia, and South Africa. Each of these countries has its own interests, research bases, and territories on this continent, making Antarctica essentially an international zone where numerous scientific and administrative structures coexist. The entire landmass, covered by a thick layer of ice, serves as a site for important research, and numerous bases and stations operated by these countries are located across its expanse. However, amidst the endless icy landscape, there is only one inhabited place where not only scientists and researchers live, but also ordinary people. A village known as Villa Las Estrellas, which belongs to Chile. This small settlement is the only permanent inhabited locality on the entire continent where humans live in conditions close to civilization. Here reside scientists conducting research in various scientific fields, as well as support staff ensuring the proper functioning of all infrastructure facilities. The village has a school, a post office, its own telephone company, and a news portal called Playa Antarctica, along with full internet service. All of this is designed to ensure that the residents of this harsh region do not feel completely cut off from civilization and can stay connected with the world despite extreme weather conditions. Villa Las Estrellas is not just a place for scientific research, it is an active community where residents participate in various cultural and sporting events. During the winter months, despite the severe cold and polar winds, football tournaments are held, concerts and communal evenings are organized, and other social activities take place, helping to maintain a spirit of unity and creating a sense of home comfort even in these incredibly challenging conditions. This community consists of scientists working at various research stations scattered across the continent, as well as support personnel necessary for maintaining the operation of these complex facilities. In addition to scientific staff, their families also live here, making this small settlement a true community where professional activities and family life coexist. It is important to note that although Villa Las Estrellas is the only permanent settlement on the continent, numerous camps and research stations are spread beyond its borders. These bases are established and managed by countries that have signed the Antarctic Treaty, which is a crucial international agreement regulating activities on the continent. This treaty aims to prevent undesirable and dangerous actions and sets strict rules for tourists and researchers. It requires obtaining special permits and adhering to environmental standards to protect the unique wildlife and environment. Lodges and stations are located in various regions of Antarctica, each designed for scientific research across a wide range of fields, from meteorology and glaciology to biology, geology, and astrophysics. One of the remarkable facts about life in these camps is that many residents are forced to share small living spaces and use very limited resources. The lack of space and water, as well as the absence of full personal hygiene facilities, require researchers and support staff to take showers in less than 90 seconds, sometimes even less frequently. Under such conditions, privacy and personal life become rare luxuries, and the necessity of coexisting in close quarters makes people more uninhibited. They often completely lose their sense of shame and adapt to constant, tight proximity. Many of those who come here do so only for a short summer season, considering their experience as a sort of adult summer camp. During the long winter months when the sun is absent, the Antarctic summer season features some parts of the continent where the sun shines around the clock without interruption, creating what are called eternal days. During this period, the daylight does not dip below the horizon, but continues to shine non-stop, as if the sky knows no night. Such continuous light can radically alter the usual rhythm of life, especially for those unaccustomed to such conditions. People living on the Antarctic continent during these months have a unique opportunity to carry out their activities at any time of day or night, regardless of the traditional day-night cycle. This creates a special atmosphere where daytime activities and nighttime entertainment intertwine, completely changing the usual dynamics of life in scientific camps and research stations. The most well-known and largest bases, such as the American McMurdo Station, the Argentine Palmer Station, and the Russian Bellingshausen Station, serve as temporary homes for hundreds of scientists, researchers, and support personnel arriving to perform their scientific tasks. These facilities function as centers of research where the number of people fluctuates depending on the season. During summer, the number reaches several hundred, while in winter, when activity decreases, only the most essential specialists remain. Despite the harsh natural conditions, these bases transform into small communities where everyone finds their place. Not only do research personnel live and work there, But sometimes scientists' family members also arrive, adding touches of everyday life and home comfort to the camp atmosphere. Amidst this seemingly endless icy wilderness, human society creates its own small life, full of care and mutual support. In places like McMurdo Station, everyday life takes on a special character, imbued with a spirit of camaraderie and cooperation. During the winter and summer seasons, around 1,000 people gather at the base, and every day is filled with active joint activities. The residents, who perform a wide range of roles, from scientists developing new discoveries to carpenters maintaining infrastructure and cooks feeding all expedition members, work together to ensure the smooth operation of this small world. In conversations in daily life, the base inhabitants often compare their existence to that of a small town, where constant interaction and shared tasks become routine. This dynamic is driven by the continual turnover of personnel. New arrivals come here, senior members leave for short or long expeditions, and some go on research trips to expand knowledge about the distant, cold continent. This constant change creates a unique atmosphere, characterized by a sense of unity and common purpose. Inside the base, entertainment and joint activities are actively developing despite the extreme natural conditions, where time and resources are strictly managed. The residents of McMurdo Station, despite the harsh environment, find ways to diversify their lives, demonstrating creativity and resourcefulness. They organize various social events, visit nearby stations such as Scott Base in New Zealand, where joint activities like musical improvisations, book clubs, or movie marathons also take place. Even activities like yoga, learning foreign languages, or other cultural and sports events become part of life in these remote corners of the planet. These activities not only help pass the time, but also strengthen friendships, creating a sense of community despite the remoteness and extreme conditions. However, even with families and children present, life in Antarctic camps remains extremely challenging and requires resilience. One of the unique features of this continent is the absence of a strictly fixed time zone. In most countries worldwide, standard time is based on a specific region where all clocks are synchronized. For example, Colombia, Cuba, and Florida share the same time because they are in the same time zone. In Antarctica, however, the situation is entirely different. Due to its location at the South Pole and geographical peculiarities, there is no single, specific time zone. As a result, Antarctica is a continent where many unique and often astonishing natural phenomena occur, often beyond conventional notions of life and geography. Primarily, it should be noted that, because of the numerous time zones scattered across the continent, confusion and difficulties in coordinating operations and daily activities frequently arise. People living or traveling in Antarctica may find themselves in different time zones, complicating organization, communication, and planning. This is due to the fact that on this vast and unusual continent, there is no unified standard time. Instead, each research station or base often uses its own local time zone, based on convenience or national traditions. As a result, residents and visitors to Antarctica frequently rely on natural landmarks, sunlight, the position of the sun, and their own internal clocks to determine when morning, day, or evening begins, and when to carry out various activities. Moreover, due to the dynamic and unpredictable nature of the Antarctic climate, as well as the requirements of scientific research and logistics, schedules here can be quite flexible and subject to change. In conditions where the safety of expeditions and the achievement of scientific goals are paramount, strict timeframes often give way to adaptation and practical approaches. In this region, where day and night can alternate in a completely different pattern than in the familiar world, rigidity in schedules is not considered a priority. At this stage, given the unique environment of Antarctica, a quite logical question arises. Would you yourself like to venture into this cold, harsh, and mysterious place? What exactly surprised or intrigued you the most about this frozen continent? Please share your opinions or thoughts in the comments, as your feedback helps us create new interesting videos and broaden the horizons of our viewers. Don't miss the opportunity to learn more about the most mysterious secrets and astonishing facts related to Antarctica, as well as how anyone can turn their dream into reality and visit this unique place. Perhaps you are also curious about what other discoveries and amazing findings await researchers at this icy edge of the world. Reality often surpasses even the boldest fantasies and expectations, because it is in such remote and harsh corners of the planet that the most unusual and mysterious phenomena are often found. For example, one of the most remarkable discoveries in Antarctica was the finding of fungi capable of surviving in conditions closely resembling those on other planets, such as Mars. All this happened in the McMurdo Dry Valleys, an area whose climate conditions resemble Martian landscapes, and is considered one of the driest and most hostile regions on Earth. According to numerous studies, there has been no precipitation, neither rain nor snow, for 2 million years there. At first glance, such a place seems completely inhospitable, since water is a vital element for any form of life. However, it is astonishing that in these extreme conditions, some microorganisms, such as the special fungi found in Antarctica, have found a way to survive. They can exist in cracks and crevices of rocks, hiding in the most secluded corners of this seemingly lifeless landscape. Moreover, several years ago, scientists sent samples of these Antarctic fungi to the International Space Station for specialized experiments. The goal was to determine how these microscopic organisms respond to and survive in conditions closely resembling those on Mars, as such conditions are considered among the harshest and most extreme known on Earth. During the experiment, it was found that over 60% of the cells of these fungi remained undamaged even after exposure to conditions designed to simulate the surface of Mars. This discovery became an important contribution to understanding what kind of life might exist on other planets and offered new hope for the possibility of existence beyond Earth. This place can be considered one of the most unusual and unique natural formations on the entire planet. It holds a special place on the geographical and ecological map of the region, being truly exceptional in its origin and nature. The name of this island originated from seal hunters who first discovered it, and noticing that its exterior concealed a much more grandiose geological structure inside, gave it an appropriate name. These hunters immediately realized that something much more astonishing was hidden beneath its surface: an active volcano, which in its usual state is almost invisible, but with careful observation reveals its true nature. Modern scientific research confirms that the history of this island dates back to ancient times. They show that approximately more than 10,000 years ago, a massive volcanic eruption occurred here, becoming one of the most powerful in the entire history of Earth's geology. As a result of this powerful natural catastrophe, the volcano's summit collapsed, forming a caldera, a large water-filled basin in the center of the island. Over the subsequent millennia, this caldera filled with seawater, transforming into a picturesque and mysterious aquatic space that today bears witness to the ancient forces of nature. Contemporary volcanic activity continues to influence this island, which still erupts ash and molten lava into the cold waters of the Southern Ocean, a vast and boundless body of water surrounding the continent. Such constant volcanic activity has turned this island into a unique oasis in the harsh conditions of the Arctic climate. On its territory, an astonishing natural refuge has formed, where thousands of pairs of penguins find shelter and breeding grounds, choosing this very place for their nests and offspring. Thanks to this, the island has become a vital center for the conservation of diverse forms of life inhabiting the continent and its surrounding waters. Beneath the ice of this enormous continent lies not only impressive volcanic geology, but also many other secrets and mysteries that scientists are striving to unravel. Among them are about 400 freshwater lakes, isolated from the external environment for millions of years. The largest of these is Lake Vostok, located beneath a thick ice sheet. These unique bodies of water were separated from the Earth's atmosphere and the outside world approximately 15 million years ago, creating conditions for their isolation and preservation of ancient forms of life. It is possible that primitive microorganisms exist in these lakes, which closely resemble those that once became the ancestors of modern living beings on Earth. If these hypotheses are confirmed, studying Lake Vostok could bring us closer to unraveling the mystery of the origin of life in conditions similar to those found on some of our solar system's moons. Specifically, the conditions in Lake Vostok and similar bodies of water resemble those believed to exist in the oceans hidden beneath the icy surfaces of Jupiter's moon Europa or Saturn's moon Enceladus. These sub-ice oceans are considered among the most likely places for extraterrestrial life to exist, which is why scientists show particular interest in studying such systems. Considering that on this continent the ice cover reaches thicknesses of up to 4 kilometers in some places, it becomes clear how enormous the ice sheet is. In 1996, such a massive iceberg broke off from the western part of Antarctica, becoming the largest in human history. Its mass exceeded 1 billion tons, and its size was 3 times that of New York City. This gigantic ice mass, designated as Iceberg B-23, has since drifted in the waters of Weddell Sea. Monitoring and tracking it is an important task for scientists, because although it has fragmented somewhat over time, its main part remains. Millions of years have passed on this harsh, ice-covered continent, which every day immerses it more and more into mystery and enigma. This colossal mass of ice and snow seems like an immovable and eternal guardian of ancient secrets, hiding not only natural phenomena, but also inexplicable events that raise numerous questions among researchers and scientists. In images preserved from ancient times, one can notice structures that are most likely not the result of natural processes. Although no comprehensive studies capable of confirming their artificial origin have been conducted, it is precisely this uncertainty that gives the continent a special aura of mystique, transforming it into one of the most enigmatic corners of our planet. The most astonishing and perhaps most famous mystery of this icy world is the so-called mirage secret. This phenomenon, shrouded in many legends and hypotheses, is considered one of the coldest and simultaneously most mysterious secrets of Antarctica. He played his part in the disappearances of people and still stirs the minds of researchers. One of those who fell victim to this mysterious force was Carl Roberts, a scientist working at the Green Base in 1965. He set out on his usual route, but, for unknown reasons, deviated from it, following a hypnotic vision, and vanished without a trace into the icy abyss. His fate became a tragic illustration of the danger lurking for anyone daring to venture into these harsh lands. This story reminds us that Antarctica hides forces capable of consuming a person, and that natural phenomena often seem to surpass our understanding. For decades, scientists and explorers have been asking what lies behind this mysterious phenomenon. According to one popular scientific hypothesis, these visual effects, called mirages, may appear due to the extremely low temperatures prevailing in the region, as well as the unique atmospheric structure of the continent. Permafrost and temperature fluctuations between the ground and the air create conditions for light refraction. When sunlight passes through layers of cold air and icy surfaces, it can bend, causing optical illusions. As a result, distant objects appear distorted, shifted, or even completely disappear, creating the impression of water mirrors or unreal landscapes, illusions disguised as reality. However, despite existing theories, it is still impossible to definitively explain the nature of these phenomena. The region lacks large-scale and systematic research, and extreme climate conditions make comprehensive scientific work exceedingly difficult. Therefore, the origins of mirages remain an open question, sparking keen interest and giving rise to new hypotheses. Beyond these mysterious mirages, Antarctica holds another unsettling and enigmatic reality. The icy continent seems to possess its own, sometimes unpredictable, musical side. The so-called Southern Song sounds are paranormal melodies produced by the ice shelves. The Ross Ice Shelf, in particular, is known for its unusual acoustic phenomena. A massive ice formation, ranging from 15 to 50 meters in height and covering over 500,000 square kilometers, essentially a giant floating ice mass. For many years, scientists have recorded strange, sometimes eerie sounds emanating from this shelf. Although human ears often cannot hear them, these sounds are generated by winds blowing through snow dunes, causing surface vibrations and seismic oscillations detected by specialized seismic sensors. This acoustic phenomenon, called metro, is a constantly changing melody, like a natural orchestra performed by the winds, ice, and earth. Traveling to Antarctica is truly a unique and exhilarating experience that opens the doors for explorers and nature enthusiasts to one of the most remote and mysterious corners of our planet. This continent, covered with eternal ice and snowy expanses, attracts with its rugged beauty and distinctive atmosphere. However, undertaking such a journey requires careful preparation and consideration of numerous factors related to the extreme conditions and strict regulations governing visits to this unique region. Antarctica appeals not only to adventurers eager to test their strength in harsh natural environments, but also to scientists seeking to uncover the secrets of its pristine ecosystems and study the features of its unique flora and fauna. Many people around the world dream of someday being among the icy plains of this continent, to see its unparalleled nature with their own eyes, to feel the breath of icy winds, and to hear the silence that reigns where almost no human foot has stepped. Below, we offer a detailed guide for those who wish to approach their dream and get acquainted with this mysterious world. Helpful tips to prepare for such a journey. For those planning to visit Antarctica, it is important to know that no national visa is required for entry, as it does not belong to any country and is an international zone regulated by a special treaty. However, since most tours originate from neighboring countries such as Argentina or Chile, it is necessary to clarify and prepare all required documents for entry into these states in advance. An important point is that any trip to Antarctica must be organized through accredited tour operators who strictly adhere to international agreements on protecting the region's unique natural environment. This ensures not only the safety of travelers, but also the preservation of the environment. As human activities, they are strictly regulated and monitored. Most commonly, the starting points for the journey are the city of Ushuaia, located in southern Argentina and rightly considered the southernmost city in the world, and the Arica port in Chile. For sea travel, specially equipped cruise ships are typically used, designed to navigate the cold and stormy waters of the Drake Passage, one of the most dangerous sea routes on the planet. This strait is known for its extreme weather conditions, raging waves, and strong winds, making it a real challenge for any vessel and crew. Alternatively, for a more limited number of travelers, charter flights are offered, although their cost is significantly higher and availability more restricted. The cost of such an adventure typically varies significantly depending on the chosen route, duration of the trip, and level of comfort on board. On average, the price for a one-day or multi-day journey to Antarctica ranges from $5,000 to $15,000 US per person. These amounts usually include all major expenses: transportation, accommodation, meals and excursions, such as landing on the icy coast, guided tours, wildlife observation, and visits to glacial formations. These prices allow travelers not only to see the stunning icy landscapes, but also to experience the atmosphere of this mysterious world, immersing themselves fully in its unique features. Life in Antarctica is a special reality that differs greatly from usual conditions due to the lack of rich natural resources and the necessity of importing all essential goods and materials. The cost of living at a base or camp here is significantly higher than in more familiar environments. Providing food and other necessities is achieved through careful planning and logistics. As a result, living conditions there are quite simple but functional and thoughtfully designed down to the smallest detail. Generally, there are no typical shops or markets near bases and camps. All supplies and logistics are managed by specialists and administrators of these scientific and research centers. Travelers usually do not spend long in Antarctica. Their stay is limited to a few days or weeks, as the main goal is sightseeing. I am convinced that few places in the world can impress with their uniqueness and extraordinariness as much as this remote corner of our planet. Its mystery and unique atmosphere make it a true treasure for those seeking new impressions and rare discoveries. Therefore, if you ever have the chance to explore its secrets and immerse yourself in the atmosphere of this incredible region, I strongly recommend not missing such a rare opportunity. Visiting this place will help you understand how diverse and multifaceted our planet is, and how many amazing corners are hidden beyond ordinary routes. Considering all the effort involved in creating such videos, from researching information, gathering materials, to filming, editing, and processing, it becomes clear how important it is to value each piece of work we produce. If you enjoyed this video or found something special in it, and have not yet taken steps to engage more actively with our content, don't delay. Do it right now. Turn on notifications so you won't miss new exciting videos that we release every week. Be sure to check out our other videos as well, because each one is an opportunity to discover new, still unexplored corners of our planet. Within each material lie astonishing stories, natural wonders, and unique attractions that can impress even the most discerning travelers. May these videos serve as your guides through worlds full of marvels and mysteries, helping you understand how rich and diverse our shared home, Earth, truly is.